The information in this episode is current as of the date recorded and is not intended as financial, tax, or legal advice. You should consult your tax, financial, and/or legal advisors before implementing any transactions and/or strategies concerning your finances. And with that, let's get to this week's episode.
Hi, I'm Jason Nickerson, President and COO, and this is Financial Focus. In this week's episode, let's talk about why gold is such a popular investment during weak or uncertain economic times. It has a lot to do really with the historical development and valuation of gold. But it also begins with gold being considered a safe haven because it's not tied to any particular economy or market or country. That means it's not susceptible to fluctuations of that particular market or any particular country. But let's talk about the historical reasons that gold has developed value as an investment during times like we're in right now. It is scarce. That means that there is limited quantities, and it's also very costly to mine. But we have seen in the past as well other scarce tangible assets that have been considered of value. Tulips, beanie babies, and other things. And gold certainly is not the same as those. Historically, also, the U.S. dollar and other countries many, many years ago had their currencies backed by gold, aka known as a gold standard. Our gold standard officially ended in 1971, so our currency is no longer backed by gold. In the end, the last historical development that has provided its value is the fact that it is a tangible asset. It is a precious metal. However, what we've seen take place over time is the reduction of industrial value of gold and the rise of more industrial uses around copper and titanium and other precious metals. So should we be really placing so much value in gold during these times? If gold doesn't have much industrial use, gold also is not like a company which has earnings or pays a dividend, then we have to ask ourselves that question, is gold a reasonable investment for me during times like this? Well, it certainly can be a calming effect because of these historical uses and purposes. You also have to ask the question, if you decided to invest in gold and economic times became much, much worse, could you use that as currency? Would it still retain value to buy goods and services that you need? This is virtually unknown. So to us, gold is very much alive and well as an emotional investment since we've seen gold reach its recent highs during these uncertain economic times, and certainly a lot of that reverts back to the historical valuation methods and what gold has represented over many, many years. But if it is a good investment for you is still a question that should be answered at an individual level. That's this week's episode of Financial Focus. We'll see you next week.